Hey everyone, this is Pastor Joe, and I hope you're enjoying the Read the Book Challenge. We begin this week to start reading through the book of Joshua, and it begins the part of the Old Testament that we know as the former prophets. It consists of the books from Joshua all the way through 2 Kings, except for the book of Ruth. And it's really meant to be two things. It's meant to be prophetic in that it gives us a history that seeks to teach us how and why things happened the way they did in the Old Testament. But it also is meant to tell a story from the view of Deuteronomy, from the view of God's covenant with Israel. Joshua specifically focuses on the second generation of former slaves and their journey of taking possession of the promised land. And so the book is structured kind of with 4 to 5 main parts. Chapters 1 through 5 are going to focus on the entrance into the promised land and the expectation of seeing God's promise fulfilled. Chapters 5 through 12 are going to focus on the conquest of the land, especially paying special attention to God's participation in the process. Chapters 13 to 21 really focus on the distribution of the land. And even though they may seem mundane, these are the fulfillment of the promise that's been made to Abraham and Isaac and Jacob. And so you're seeing a promise that these people have waited for hundreds of years come to fruition. And then the book ends with chapters 22 to 24 that really give us a focus on Israel's continued relationship with Yahweh and the renewing of their covenant to follow him. The overarching theme of the whole book is Israel's covenant loyalty to Yahweh. From the opening address in chapters 1 and 2 to the renewal ceremony at Shechem in chapter 24, that's what this book is about. Israel's relationship and their covenant relationship with the Lord. A couple things that may help you as you read through this book. One, if you've got any maps in your Bible, keep them handy as you read through. Two, you should know that in this point in history, there was no superpower that existed in Palestine at this time. Egypt didn't control it, Assyria didn't control it, Babylon didn't control it. It was actually ruled by a series of city-states, which allowed Israel to take gradual possession of the land without ever having to face a unified opponent. And this is a huge way of how God used them to face armies that were much more trained, much more outfitted, and much larger than they were. Anyway, I hope you enjoy reading the book of Joshua. I'm so excited that you're taking this journey with us. I'll see you later, church family.